What's up, YouTube? Today I got a My Hero Chapter 279 manga review for you. Alright, so number 279, League of Villains versus UA's students. Alright, first off, we got Class 1B's Mud, man. He's using his quirk to soften the ground, so when Giganto does come through, it can help with the fight against the League of Villains. The first thing that the class notices, fire was coming off his back, so they know that the League of Villains is around. And blue fire, you know it's Dobby. So Momo has a plan. They're using the a 30-liter solution to sedate Giganto and knock him out. And it said that it's usually administered by via injection, but since he's constantly moving, they can't inject him with the solution. So instead, they'll throw it into him. It says a single vial's worth should prove effective since it's undiluted. They didn't dilute it, so that means it's going to be stronger. And just a plan to just knock them out. And you can see Bonetta right here acting as Midnight okay. You know, he's always a pervert, but I think he's checking on her well-being right here. Alright, so moving forward, we got someone saying she still got it, planning to teach us back at school. Alright, so now Giganto is coming through. You can see Midnight down here. She's struggling to hold him up. Like, she is like struggling right now. She's like, this big boy is not stopping. Alright, so Giganto is coming through. You can see in this shot up here, he just blazing through the forest. Stuff is flying up and whatnot, trees and all that stuff. And they're trying to pull him down now. And Momo saying he's going down his plane. You can see that some of the League of Villains are here on his back, and they realize that he's falling down towards the ground. So it's kind of like lifting him off of his back right there. Alright, next slide. We see that he's kind of down. He's not completely on the ground, but he's falling. So once he did fall, they have him on the ground. But his mouth was closed. So they couldn't put the solution into his mouth. Alright, so moving forward, they realize that our prospects will be slim if he manages to stand up. They need to get this in his mouth right here and right now. And you see the League of them like, it's UA. Like, they're like, why the heck are there so many of them here? But it's more than just Class 1A this time. I don't think the League of Villains has fought more than Class 1A at a time. It's always like 3 or 4 UA students, I feel like, that they've encountered, but never the entire class together plus Class 1B. Alright, so they can't let the villains interfere. If Dobby and them interfere with the plans and help Giganto get up, the fight's pretty much lost in. So now they got to stop them as well. Alright, moving forward, we see them, they're fighting. And you see Kaminari, he's right there. They're trying to stop them from, like I said, getting to stopping them from helping Giganto get back up. And so this guy, he's like, they're talking about Kaminari, he absorbed the lightning before. So they throw the stuff at Giganto, but his mouth is closed, so it doesn't work. You can see him starting to get back up, and then everything's just like flying around. You can see the wind and the rocks and stuff like that in like this middle shot. And Monetta's on the ground. I feel like Monetta's so useless sometimes, but his quirk is pretty strong actually. They're like, hang on guys, we can't let them beat us and stuff like that. So they start discussing Giganto's quirks. And they say a quirk that transforms morale into physical energy, and another that renders him numb to pain. All of these powers, all for one made with All Might in mind. Of course, he wants to beat All Might, so like they said, this guy really is our guardian. Giganto was made to be perfect. He was made to be the unstoppable force that All for One could depend on with fighting All Might. He's kind of like he was Shikaraki's protector. Honestly, I think he could have been better than Shigaraki, but you know, they chose Shigaraki to be the main person that All for One chose to be like his successor, which makes sense. Someone that can speak and talk and stuff like that. Alright, so Momo said they're not done yet. She put explosives under the softened ground so they can try to sink him lower. And then the League of Villains, like, this guy's a pro at digging underground, might even be faster that way, but that would surely kill us. They're thinking about going underground, I guess, to get away and escape. Alright, so they realize that he may be being held back because he was ordered to protect the League of Villains. If he went full power, he could probably for sure kill everyone that's there right now. So that's probably true that they are holding his power back, kind of like All Might would be like holding back in public and stuff like that. He's not using full power because Giganto doesn't have a mind of his own really. He's just thinking and doing what other people tell him to do. Alright, so you see Mount Lady right here trying to force his mouth open so she can make sure the kids can get the stuff in there. And she's like, those kids are trying to cram something in his mouth. So she realizes that, hey, there must be a way to stop him. So she wants to force his mouth open. Shout out to Mount Lady for being there for helping the kids. And that was the end of this chapter. The next chapter comes on August 10th. So let me know what you guys think down below. What's gonna happen? I'll do a prediction video for this later. I got a Dragon Ball Chapter 63 prediction video coming up as well. So that's it for the review today, guys. This chapter was pretty good. It wasn't really filled with that much information. The most important thing was learning about Giganto's quirks, I guess, and just having those discussed. And understanding that he has like multiple quirks, which makes sense because All For One did give him quirks. So if you like the video, guys, subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment. I'll be doing more videos coming up soon. So peace out, guys.